One. You have your ticket? You don't? No problem. Just hit the subscription button below and come on in. Hi, everybody. DFG here with my nephew Joseph Green.
How you doing?
So, I actually thought Joseph would be my guest today. As you guys know, from time to time, we at Gideon Flight like to talk to young men and kind of get some perspective. Joseph is from
New Orleans, Louisiana.
a little louder so they can hear you.
New Orleans, Louisiana.
So Joseph from New Orleans, Louisiana. Matter of fact, what's unique with Joseph? Now Joseph is my nephew again, but Joseph is from New Orleans, and Joseph, matter of fact, I would call him a Katrina kid. And what I mean by that is that Joseph grew up after Katrina, post Katrina, right, Joseph?
Right.
For the most part. So what year were you born, if you don't mind me asking?
2003.
So he was born in 2003. Remember, Katrina was 2005. So as you can see, Joseph had the whole New Orleans, Louisiana experience. But something else about Joseph is that's very special, I'd say, and very particular. And that particular thing is that, as we talk about parenting and the importance of parenting, Joseph, because many young black men of color, copper color people is what I call them, Native Americans, grow up in single parent homes, but normally it's the mom that's raising the family. In Joseph's case, is the father, the male. And so what I want to talk to Joseph a little bit and have Joseph talk to us a little bit about is, what is it like growing up, with a male father figure in the home, Joseph?
Well, I say it's something I'm happy to be.
I'm gonna ask him to speak a little louder so y'all can hear. So you got to talk loud.
Well, I'm happy to say that I have a father in my home with me. It's good that I have somebody to guide me and to take care of me as I grow and learn things throughout my experiences. I have someone to teach me respect.
Yes.
How to respect women, people in general.
Now say it again. How to respect women. So now, what is that like? I mean, well, we know what that's like, but give us some examples.
I mean, how to treat women, how to talk to them, how to interact with them. How to, I guess.
Well,
I don't know how to put it.
I guess. So in other words, you don't treat them like thotties or anything like that, right?
Right.
Right.
Respect.
You respect them and that's important. So tell me some other things about. So your father. So what are some other things that you can think of in terms of? I know you talked about respect.
Right.
And now what about provision? Do you feel like it's going to make you a better father yourself one day if you become a father?
I do. I feel that from what my dad's teaching me, I can take from that and learn to raise my own children someday and to teach them how to be the best they can.
Yes.
Right? And it's a learning experience for me, and I think that it's good to have my dad with me because I know some of what to do and what not to do in terms of taking care of my children.
Yes. Okay. Now, what about work ethic? I mean, is it important to see your dad get up and go to work every day?
It is. He works every day. It teaches me that, like, no matter what, someone always has to work. Someone has to work for what you need. You have to try to earn things. Like, if you need money, you have to find a way to earn it yourself. People won't always be able to take care of you at that particular time, So, I mean, seeing him get up every day motivates me to be like him.
Yes.
And to be better than him.
Yes. Okay. Well, so as you hear Joseph talking about, so the I guess the infrastructure then, if I can use that word. In other words, he has a model that he gets a chance to see every day in terms of not only being respectful, but also being responsible.
Right.
Now, is your father a homeowner?
He is, yes.
Uh-huh.
Our house is paid off.
A little louder?
We have our house is paid off. We don't have to pay rent. All he pays is the bills. So, I mean, that's good. It's less money that has to go to, like, landlord
Yeah, enriching somebody else. So it almost makes him almost a businessman, because I know he does a little rental property stuff too. We don't have to get into deep details of that, but he does have some rental property. Is that correct?
Right.
Right. So you get a chance to see him working with tenants and how he interacts with that.
Right. It's he treats them with respect as he would anyone else. With no problems. Like if they need something, he offers them whatever they need. Then maybe if something isn't going right downstairs, he'll talk to them about it and make sure he gets it done.
Yes. Well, here's another thing I want to ask Joseph about. That. Let's talk a little bit in terms of, from a disciplinary standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Does your father create the right discipline for you?
I think he does, yes.
So is it accountability? So I'm saying, so in other words, Joseph has to do, is there things you have to do to meet his expectations of you as his son?
Yes, I do.
So what are some of those things?
Cleaning.
Cleaning, did you hear that? See, that's gonna make him a good husband for somebody one day, because you heard the cleaning word. So this guy's gonna be a groom guy. But go ahead. What else?
Like things like taking the trash out, sweeping and mopping floors.
Yes.
I have to clean the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm the only, me and them are the only ones who use the bathroom.
Yes.
So I'll clean the bathroom. Simple things like that.
Great. Now, what about safety? Does that play a role? What are some of the things your father put in place to keep you safe?
Well, we have alarm systems.
Uh-huh.
He talks to me about things that go on around us. And to always be aware of my surroundings.
Now, that's important. Being aware of your surroundings, such as?
Like, it could be something like a park. There's a lot of people at a park, but you have to pay attention. Even though there's a lot of people, you have to find a way to keep track of everybody.
Yes.
Because in no time, anyone could pull something that'll really mess up your life.
Yeah. So there's the discipline around, teaching you to be aware of your surroundings, how to be respectful of those surroundings, be alert, stay on point, which is always important, because one of the responsibilities of a man, not just a male, but you got to be a male man, not cliche, right? But it's a protector and a provider. So it sounds like what I'm hearing you saying is that you see protection being demonstrated by your father, and you see provision being demonstrated by your father. In other words, providing, for you, right? So now, from a student standpoint, does he play any role as far as schoolwork or what your career goals are? Things, do y'all have those kind of conversations?
Yeah. We always talk about my grades, and he always asks me how I'm doing, and if I need help with my work or something like that when he has time. He tells me. He reminds me that I should always be respectful to adults and my fellow peers.
Yes.
No matter who it is, always show respect to them. Tells me to make sure, I study, make sure I'm being well behaved in class. Things like that.
Yeah, which is something that's really important, because, you can't learn if you're being disruptive, right? Right. Well, Joseph. Again, it's a pleasure. I really appreciate him taking the time to sit and talk. I kind of caught him off on the spot. He didn't really know I was going to do this, but we're here today to watch the Saints game. And so I thought, would it be a great opportunity for us to hear from Joseph, my nephew, who I respect and love very much, and proud to be called his uncle. But I wanted to just to give him some time to talk to you all, around, the importance of, not only fatherhood, but if you listen carefully to what Joseph talked about, the sons have a responsibility too. And it sounds like to me the responsibility is to take the mentorship, right? To be receptive to it. Is that a fair way to say that?
Yeah.
And not see it as your father as being the enemy because he creates structure, but that he's the guide for you, right? He's the beacon light. He's the light out in the ocean of the world, saying, okay, Joseph, you see this light that's blinking out there? Follow that light. We're going to navigate. We're going to get this ship home. We're going to get this boat where it needs to be so we can dock it and get out and go again, right? Is that okay to say it that way?
Right.
All right, so Joseph, any last thoughts you'd like to share before that maybe it's on your mind around fatherhood, son?
Thank you for having me and allowing me to talk to reviewers and things. it was kind of it was kind of a random thing, but I'm happy I got the chance to speak to everyone.
Yes. And and again, first of all, you're very welcome. And again, it's exciting to be able to knowing this man since he was that big, and now he's almost an adult. Well, he's a young adult, and I see nothing but great things in Joseph's future. And to his father's credit, Mark Green, we want to give him a little shout out because he stood up to the plate. He didn't walk away from his family, right? He stood there, and he's been a good mentor, role model for his children, and absolutely as a male role model for Joseph. So, guys, we thank you very much for your time, and we'll be talking to you soon. And go Saints, huh? All right, guys. Peace. Joseph?
See you later.
All right. Bye now.